this video, you're going to learn how to make changes to your website. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up your internet browser. I prefer to use Google Chrome, so I'm going to open that up. In your address bar, you're going to want to go to yourwebsite.com/wp-admin. So the site I'm going to be using is sampleclient.info/wp-admin. And then just hit enter to visit it. Once you've gone there and the page has loaded, you'll see a screen much like this one. Your username and password will have already been emailed to you. If for some reason you don't have them, feel free to just send an email to designer@websitesforless.org and ask for the login information to your WordPress website. Once you've logged into your WordPress dashboard, you'll see something like this. If this is your first time logging in, this will probably be a little bit intimidating, but just know that most of this is irrelevant for what we're trying to do. To start, your website name up here in the top left can always be clicked if you want to view your website. For me, I'm going to right-click on it and then click Open a New Tab. Some browsers don't use tabs, and if that's the case, I would encourage you to just open it in a new window. So now if I click into that new tab or new window, I can browse through my site and see my different pages. If you feel more comfortable going about it this way, you can always navigate to the page that you want to change and click Edit Page up here at the top to make changes to it. So I'm going to show you how to do that as the first approach. If I want to change widget 1 on my products page, I just navigate to my products page on the site after logging in, and then I can click this Edit Page button up at the top. What this will do is take me to the page within my WordPress dashboard, and I want to make sure that over here I have the visual editor selected, not the HTML editor. When the visual editor is selected, it shows me all these icons that I can use to format my text. So if, for example, I want to add a little bit of a description to widget 1, I can say some of our widget 1 clients include, and then I could even have a bulleted list by looking up here for the bulleted list icon, clicking it, client 1, hit enter, client 2, hit enter, etc. So as you can see, this visual editor really is quite simple to use. It's a lot like Microsoft Word in my opinion. Once you've made whatever changes you want to make to your content, whether you're making some text bold or something else italic, or maybe even changing the font size of something to be larger, you can always scroll down. Over here on the right, there will be an update button. You might not have all of these little boxes here. Yours might not show slide deck. It might just show the update button. But you're always going to want to just look for that blue update button. And when you click it, it'll show that little loading circle. And if your update was successful, a yellow bar like this will come up that it says the page has been updated. So if I click View Page, I can go and look and see that this became bold, this became italic, and this became larger. So my updates were successful. But let's say that I didn't want to make this larger and it was an accident. We can actually go in and revert it to a previous version of the page, thereby undoing the mess ups that we created. So let's say we want to do that. We're again going to click Edit Page. And you'll see that you're brought to that same view as previously. If you click this Screen Options button up here in the top right, this is what allows you to show or hide different boxes in the editor. If it has a checkbox next to it, it means that it's being displayed, and if not, it means that it's being hidden. You're going to want to make sure that your revisions checkbox is clicked, otherwise you won't be able to find it. Once you've done that, you can click the Screen Options button again to close it, then scroll down to the bottom and you should see something like this for revisions. So if I want to revert to the 24th, because today is the 28th, so I know that this is the one I just made, if I want to revert to the 24th, I can just click it, and then it will allow me to view what the 24th looks like. And if I find it down here in the revisions and click Restore, and then I update my page, I can then view it again, and I'll notice that it's back to the way it was before, which is how I want it. Some of the other things you might want to know how to edit on your site could be the slideshows, like we see here on the home page. Maybe you want to add, remove pictures, or change the captions. Or maybe you want to change some of the fields on your contact form. Or maybe you want to add another staff member. For the sake of simplicity, each of these topics has their own video, and I would encourage you to go to the resources section on websitesforless.org to watch the videos on how to do those specific things if you want to change them. This concludes how to edit the pages on your website. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. We can always be reached by visiting our site at websitesforless.org. Thanks.